Hey everybody, today I am sharing my nature-inspired Christmas table decor. I'd like to welcome you all to CreArtive by Nature DIY Decor. My name is Donna. So I'm starting off with a tablecloth. It's actually a curtain. I love the cozy look of it. And on top, I've got this vintage doily along with this book page runner that I had made. I'm going to have the video for that link down in my description box so you can go and check that out if you're curious how to make your own. So I'm adding 3 different sizes of cylinder vases down the middle on top of the vintage doily. Next, I'm adding these battery-operated LED candles that I picked up from Dollar Tree. They come in 2 different sizes, and they do have that wax coating on the exterior to make them look more realistic. So now for that touch of nature that I love to add to my decor. I have these branches that I had foraged from the forest, off the forest floor, and I just stuck just a couple in the vases amongst the candle, and then the rest I'm laying out on top of my table runner. Now you can see here that I'm adding some bottle brush trees. I pick up my bottle brush trees at various locations. Lots of dollar stores carry them. I pick them up on clearance from Michael's at the end of the season. So I just added a selection of sizes and different textures and mix them in throughout. So now for another added bit of sparkle, I am using these fairy lights. Now this is a submersible battery pack and it has a total of 30 lights. And I like that it was a small size so I can hide it very easily, but feel free to use any type of battery lights that you can get on hand. Once the battery pack is in place in a spot that's easily accessible and is easily hidden, then you can start to disperse the lights in amongst the vases, the branches, and the trees. So now for another natural touch, I am going to add all these pine cones in amongst the scenery I have here. There are a lot of pine trees in around my area, and these particular pine cones keep really well. I've had these ones for about 3-4 years. So next I am going to add this preserved reindeer moss. Now I get my preserved reindeer moss from my local dollar store, but you can get it through Amazon as well. This is a nice clumped form rather than the small little shreds. It is a great way to camouflage your tree bases as well as your battery pack. I'll have it listed in my Amazon favorites affiliate store. I wanted to add a pop of color, so I'm adding these vintage ornaments in red that I had. Only had a few, so I went ahead and I added these small red baubles that I picked up from a store called Dollarama. You could use little forest figurines or even flowers would be pretty. Use whatever you have in your stash. Now for a touch of faux snow. I'm just sprinkling it throughout so it lands on the trees, the moss, the pine cones. I do reuse my faux snow whenever I can, and I actually found this particular bag at the thrift store. So I felt like this needed just a bit more texture. So I had these branches with some lichen on them. I had foraged them again from the forest floor, and I'm just adding them throughout, just again for a bit more texture. Okay, so now it's time for us to start building our place setting. I am going to be using this Christmas sheet music as my placemat. Now you don't have to do this, you could use whatever you have on hand, but I thought it would just be a really fun and whimsical piece as well as a conversation piece. So I am going to be cutting a total of 6 out. So now I'm gonna lay that sheet music down and then add my plate. And I have these paper napkins. They've got a beautiful forest scene on them. And a Christmas tradition in our house is to have Christmas crackers at the table. So I'm just placing that on top. I'll add my cutlery and a wine glass. These are etched by my mom. I thought that was such a fun touch. And that is it. I like to keep my place settings very simple. I love how this is looking. I like the pop of red with the green and all the natural elements, and having the glow of light is just so beautiful and warm, cozy and inviting this time of year. I hope this has given you some ideas on how easy it is just to dive into your stash and use what you have on hand to create a beautiful and welcoming table setting for your Christmas dinner or holiday celebration. So as always, I would absolutely love to know what you think by leaving me a comment down below. Feel free to leave me some suggestions or ideas for others that they could include on their table. I just love how this all turned out, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I am truly thankful for all of you, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.